Imagine a future where a young boy, barely 10 years old, is already poised to inherit one of the most extraordinary fortunes in the world. Prince George of Cambridge, the firstborn son of Prince William and Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, is not just your average child. He is a direct heir to the British throne, a future monarch who will someday reign over a family legacy that spans centuries. But what's even more fascinating than his royal title and family history is the massive wealth he is set to inherit, a fortune so vast, it's hard to comprehend. In a world where billionaires often dominate the headlines, Prince George's wealth is set to place him in a league of his own. The British royal family's assets, from ancient estates and historic jewels to vast land holdings and priceless art collections, are not only deeply entrenched in British history, they are also worth billions. And one day, all of this will belong to Prince George. He's not just inheriting money. He's stepping into a legacy of power, influence, and history that has shaped the course of nations. But what does this immense wealth truly mean for a future king? How will it impact his life, his role, and his relationship with the world? The sheer scale of the royal family's financial empire is staggering, and when Prince George ascends to the throne, he will control one of the largest fortunes on the planet. From multi-billion-dollar estates to royal collections of priceless art and jewels, his financial empire will be built on assets that are passed down through generations. As we dive into the incredible wealth of Prince George, we'll explore the immense value of the royal properties he will inherit, the priceless treasures that will form part of his legacy, and the growing influence he already has in the marketplace. Through centuries of strategic investments and royal stewardship, the wealth of the British monarchy has been carefully managed, and as the future king, Prince George will have the unique opportunity to shape its future. Stay with us as we unravel the astounding fortune that awaits the future king, and discover why Prince George is set to become one of the wealthiest individuals the world has ever known. The royal estates. One of the most substantial sources of wealth for the British royal family is the vast land and property holdings it controls. Prince George is set to inherit several key estates that will ensure his financial security for life. At the heart of this wealth is the Crown Estate, which is managed by the monarchy but ultimately belongs to the nation. Valued at a staggering $2.5 billion, the Crown Estate includes over 260,000 acres of land, from prime real estate in central London to rich agricultural land across the UK. It also encompasses the seabed around the UK, which is a valuable source of energy and mineral resources. While Prince George won't own the estate outright, as monarch, he will have control over its revenue and the power to make decisions about its management. The Crown Estate generates a significant annual income, providing both financial stability and opportunities for future investments. The land and resources controlled by the Crown Estate give the monarchy immense power, both financially and geopolitically. The Crown Estate is often a point of contention in discussions surrounding royal wealth because, while it is used to support royal activities, it also generates revenue that is reinvested into the British economy. The royal family receives a percentage of the profits from the estate, but it is considered a part of the nation's treasury rather than the monarchy's personal wealth. As Prince George ascends to the throne, he will inherit the full benefits of the Crown Estate's revenue and its wide-reaching influence. Another major property that will be passed down to Prince George is the Duchy of Lancaster, a private estate valued at $814 million. The duchy comprises over 18,000 acres of land across England, Scotland, and Wales, including farmland, residential and commercial properties, and even forests. Like the Crown Estate, this estate generates significant income, which goes directly into the royal family's coffers. Prince George will inherit this estate as king, adding to his immense wealth and enabling him to maintain the royal family's lifestyle and influence. The Duchy of Cornwall. As the future Duke of Cornwall, Prince George stands to inherit one of the most valuable estates in the UK, the Duchy of Cornwall. Currently held by Prince William, this estate is a vast collection of land and property, valued at more than $1 billion. The duchy spans 135,000 acres and includes prime agricultural land, commercial properties, and residential estates. It also includes a significant portfolio of investments in businesses and stocks. This estate generates millions of dollars annually, providing financial support for the heir to the throne. The Duchy of Cornwall is a unique entity in that it serves as a private estate meant to support the next heir to the throne. The money generated from this estate funds the public duties of the Prince of Wales, including charitable activities, public events, and the management of the royal household. When Prince George ascends to the throne, he will inherit the Duchy of Cornwall and will be responsible for managing its assets. This includes overseeing land use, managing investments, and making key decisions about the future development of the estate. The Duchy of Cornwall will continue to be a critical source of income, making Prince George one of the wealthiest individuals in the world once he inherits it. The Duchy of Cornwall has long been a key asset for the royal family, providing the income necessary to support not only the heir to the throne but also the wider royal household. The wealth generated from this estate will ensure Prince George's continued financial security throughout his reign. Royal residences. The British royal family is known for its stunning and historic properties, many of which will one day belong to Prince George. These iconic residences are not only symbols of royal power and prestige but also represent immense wealth. Buckingham Palace, for example, is one of the most famous buildings in the world, valued at more than $5 billion. This palace serves as both the official residence of the British monarch and the site for important state functions. Although Prince George will not personally own Buckingham Palace, as king, he will have full access to this historic building, making decisions about its maintenance and use for public events. Other important royal residences include Kensington Palace in central London, Balmoral Castle in Scotland, and Sandringham House in Norfolk. These properties are estimated to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and they hold significant cultural and historical value. As George grows older, he may choose to live in one of these estates or use them for official purposes. These properties not only represent wealth but also carry the cultural and historical legacy of the British monarchy, further elevating Prince George's status as a future king. In addition to these monumental properties, the royal family also maintains several smaller estates and residences that serve as private retreats for members of the royal family. Prince George will inherit not only the grand palaces but also the more intimate country estates that are part of the royal family's collection. These estates will allow him the luxury of having both public and private spaces, where he can entertain guests, host state events, and spend time in peace away from the public eye. The crown jewels. Among the most priceless assets that Prince George will inherit are the crown jewels. These iconic treasures have been passed down through generations of British monarchs and are considered invaluable. The crown jewels include some of the most famous pieces of regalia in the world, such as the imperial state crown and the St. Edward's crown. These jewels are traditionally worn by the monarch during important events such as the state opening of Parliament and the coronation ceremony. The crown jewels, which are housed in the Tower of London, are estimated to be worth over $10 billion. However, their true value is immeasurable, as they are symbols of the British monarchy's power, history, and authority. While Prince George will not own these jewels outright, as king, he will have access to them and the responsibility of overseeing their care and preservation. The crown jewels will serve as both a financial asset and a symbol of the monarchy's legacy, cementing Prince George's status as a future ruler. The crown jewels also hold cultural and historical significance. They are central to the coronation of British monarchs and symbolize the continuity of the monarchy through centuries of political and social change. As the future monarch, Prince George will wear the crown jewels at his own coronation, marking a defining moment in his reign. Art collections and historic artifacts. In addition to land and jewels, Prince George will inherit the royal collection, one of the largest and most valuable art collections in the world. This collection includes masterpieces by renowned artists such as Leonardo da Vinci, Rembrandt, and Vermeer, as well as rare historical artifacts and manuscripts. The royal collection spans centuries of British history and culture, making it an invaluable part of the monarchy's heritage. The collection includes more than 1 million works of art, and it is estimated to be worth over $10 billion. Prince George will not only inherit these treasures but will also take on the responsibility of preserving and showcasing them. As king, he will oversee the management of the collection, ensuring that it remains an integral part of the British royal legacy. The royal collection is a powerful asset that will further enhance Prince George's wealth and cultural significance. The royal collection's art and artifacts are not only financial assets but also serve to reinforce Prince George's status as the head of a dynasty that has shaped the history of the British Isles and the wider world. The collection also generates income from public exhibitions, helping to fund royal activities and further increasing its financial value. Trust funds and financial investments. In addition to royal estates and personal treasures, Prince George will inherit substantial financial assets from trust funds set up by his family. The British royal family has accumulated significant wealth through a variety of investments, including stocks, bonds, and private business ventures. These investments generate a steady stream of income, which will be passed down to Prince George when he comes of age. The royal family also maintains a series of trust funds, some of which were established by Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Diana. These funds provide ongoing financial support for the family and are designed to ensure their continued wealth and influence. Prince George will benefit from these trust funds as he matures, adding to his substantial fortune. These funds also allow Prince George the freedom to make financial decisions that are in the best interests of the monarchy and his family, from supporting charitable causes to ensuring the royal family's financial stability for generations to come. Business ventures and market influence. The British royal family has long been involved in business ventures, ranging from real estate to retail and agriculture. As he grows older, Prince George may take on a more active role in managing these ventures, further boosting his wealth. The royal family's commercial activities are a key source of income and influence, and Prince George will likely continue to expand these ventures once he becomes king. One example of the royal family's business endeavors is the Windsor Farm Shop, which sells organic food products and locally sourced goods. The royal family has also invested in real estate developments, including luxury hotels and residential properties. These ventures generate substantial profits, which will be passed down to Prince George, ensuring that his personal wealth continues to grow throughout his life. In addition to traditional business ventures, the royal family also has significant investments in the media, technology, and entertainment sectors. Prince George may one day use the royal family's vast network to expand its influence into new and lucrative markets, increasing both wealth and cultural power. The Prince George effect. Even at a young age, Prince George has already had a noticeable impact on the market, a phenomenon often referred to as the Prince George effect. His influence is evident in the many brands that see an immediate increase in sales whenever he wears or uses their products. For instance, clothing items worn by Prince George often sell out within hours of him being photographed in them, with businesses quick to capitalize on his status. As he grows older, Prince George's market influence will likely increase, and he may actively use his name and image to engage in lucrative commercial deals. Whether through brand endorsements or collaborations, Prince George will have the ability to shape consumer behavior and drive substantial sales, making him one of the most powerful figures in global markets. The future monarch. As Prince George ascends to the throne, he will inherit not just material wealth, but also the immense responsibility of being the leader of the British monarchy. The role of monarch is one of tremendous power and influence, and George will be tasked with maintaining the legacy of the royal family while overseeing its vast financial assets. As king, he will make crucial decisions about land management, investments, and royal duties. This position will not only ensure that Prince George's wealth continues to grow, but will also solidify his place as one of the most influential figures on the global stage. The monarchy, and by extension Prince George, will have significant political, cultural, and financial influence, making him one of the most powerful individuals in the world. As we've seen, the incredible wealth that awaits Prince George is not just about money. It's about legacy, power, and the future of a royal dynasty that has influenced history for centuries. From priceless art collections to sprawling estates, his inheritance is a testament to the careful stewardship of the British monarchy over the years. Prince George's fortune is more than just financial. It's a symbol of the influence and responsibility that will one day rest on his shoulders as the future king. The path ahead for Prince George is one of unprecedented opportunity, but also immense responsibility. As he matures and one day ascends to the throne, the world will be watching not only his reign but how he manages the vast fortune and legacy entrusted to him. How will he balance the power of his inheritance with the changing tides of the modern world? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, Prince George is set to inherit not just a fortune, but a pivotal role in shaping the future of the British monarchy. The wealth and legacy of the royal family are in good hands, and as the years go by, his legacy will only continue to grow. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the future of Prince George and the royal family's wealth, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth insights into the fascinating world of royals, history, and incredible fortunes. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll uncover even more stories behind some of the wealthiest and most influential figures of our time. Thanks for watching.